Let's move on to depreciation. We have several formulas that will help us with the depreciation. We'll look at them in just a moment. Depreciation is something you should have covered in your accounting classes. In this example, we have a factory that cost us $2,400,000, 10-year life, and a salvage value of $50,000. Thus, we are going to depreciate $2,350,000 over that 10-year period. Let's open up our spreadsheet. I've got the depreciation schedules for straight line depreciation first here. That is, we simply divide what we're going to depreciate over those 10 years by 10, and we get $235 per year. It is very straightforward and results in a straight line right here. Let me move this out so we can see it. A straight line right here in blue. Let's now talk about declining balance. You'll notice I have the definitions down here below. Declining balance calculates depreciation at a set rate. You notice in this first year it takes 3.28 times as much depreciation as straight line. And here it's the greatest in the early years, and the red line then goes down very quickly. You take less depreciation in the later years. Next, we have double declining balance. When you hear that, most people think, oh, well, that should be twice or greater at least than declining balance. However, you will note that in the first year it doesn't take quite as much as declining balance. We find double declining on this green line. It's higher than any other except for declining balance. Notice when you look at the formula, you take 2 here. You can also have triple declining balance by turning that to a 3 and so forth. Finally, we have sum of the year's digits. Can you remember how you calculate that? That's right, the denominator is the sum of, in this case, 10 years, so it would be 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 and on down. The numerator then on the first year is 10 divided by that denominator. The next year is 9 divided by that, and that is sum of the year's digits. You'll notice it also is a straight line, as you can see in the diagram. Let's move on down to the value of the assets. Same thing, except I thought you would like to see how this looks. This would be what was showing up as the net value on your balance sheet. In other words, the original cost of the asset minus accumulated depreciation. Of course, the declining balance is going to show the least, and straight line the most over most of these periods. Note that double declining balance never did reach 0. Up here you can see that that's the case also, so you may need to make an adjustment at the end of the life of the asset.